Sickness here with another Game Boy pickups video for you guys. Haven't done one of these in a little while. I haven't done one since I've been back from Walt Disney World, so it's been, what, 3 or so weeks since I've done a Game Boy pickups video for you guys. Haven't actually been out buying any games, but just like with cinema, I've been getting a ton in the mail. I got a ton of movies and stuff to go through for you guys to unbox, and I got tons of games as well. So we're going to get through a few of them today, so let's just dive right into this video and take a look at some stuff I've recently got in the mail. This is all open. We will not need the ever-lovely cinnamon for this video, so let's dive in. And the first thing I'm going to show you something I'm pretty excited about here. This is awesome. This I definitely had a bid on, and I really wanted it for two reasons. One, because of just it's kind of awesome, and two, because of the game it came with, and that is a Super Game Boy that comes with Yoshi's Cookie. Now, the reason why I really wanted to bid on this wasn't so much for the Super Game Boy, but it was for Yoshi's Cookie, because this is a great puzzle game. Another one I used to own back in the day, back when I used to have a Game Boy. I played the hell out of this game. This is a really, really fun puzzle game. I am a big fan of puzzle games, so definitely had to grab this. The bidding did not go too high on this, surprisingly. So definitely had to win that. And then this is just cool. I'm definitely keeping this, holding on to this. Super Game Boy for the SNES. So this is pretty awesome. In fact, this is actually, from what I've always heard, this in of itself is a Game Boy. Apparently the SNES is not actually capable of playing Game Boy games, so this actually is, inside here, a full-blown Game Boy inside this that then just plays through the SNES onto your TV. So that's pretty awesome. Only plays black and white, and well, I guess it plays the black and white / color games as well. But very, very cool. It'll put like borders and stuff around some of your games and give it some color and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. So very cool. I didn't really need this. I'm gonna hold on to it because it's just a cool little keepsake. I don't have an SNES, and I don't really plan on getting one. The only thing, if I ever get any console, it's going to be a GameCube with the Game Boy adapter. I'm not going to buy any GameCube games for it. I don't play GameCube games, but I would get one just to be able to play my Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games on my TV. So somewhere down the line, I might get one of those, but I'm still holding on to this. This is pretty cool. So I was pretty excited to get this because it's just a really neat little keepsake and a fantastic game. Yoshi's Cookie is great. So that's really, really cool. Definitely awesome to win that off Listia. All right. I got a whole pile of stuff here. We're just going to dive in and see how far we can get. So, all right. Next package. And it looks like we have 2 titles in here. All right. So we have Chicken Little. Very cool. And the Proud Family. I know usually I talk about these games, but it's been so long since I tested any of these games out. I don't really remember. Chicken Little, I think pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, it was me walking around a house. That was about it. It wasn't all that exciting. And Proud Family, I really do not remember. So, very, very cool, though. Chicken Little and Proud Family for the Game Boy Advance. Awesome. All right. See, did I even open this? Oh, yeah, I did open this one up. And 2 more Game Boy Advance games. Oh, this is cool. We have Monster Bass Fishing, which, it's fishing. It's amazing how many fishing games there are out there. I come across these quite a bit. I have many, like, bass fishing games. Apparently, only people fish for bass and no other fish whatsoever, because, like, every game I have is, like, a bass fishing game. It's amazing, because every game is exactly the same. It's you, like, throw your line out, and you catch a fish, and you try not to break your line, and it's kind of boring. I'm like, why would anybody play this? It represents fishing very well. The games are very boring, and fishing is pretty boring, too. I mean, maybe for, like, deep sea fishing, and you catching marlins or something, or sharks. I mean, that's probably exciting. But I've been fishing, and it's pretty boring, and these games capture that pretty well. So, all right. Now, this was cool. This is Animal Snap. This I do remember. This is awesome. This is basically a the game sometimes goes by the name of, like, Shanghai, or I think some people call it, like, Tiles, or, like, Mahjong. It's that tile game where it's a bunch of tiles, like, stacked on top of each other, and you have to match, like, 2 and get rid of them, and then match 2 more, and then you gotta get rid of the entire pile by matching 2 tiles throughout the game. It's one of those games, but really well done. Like, I was surprised. A lot of times with these games, part of the issue is the fact that you can't, especially on the Game Boy, you can't necessarily tell what you should be matching up. Sometimes the color of the tiles, can be a little off. A lot of times we'll have, most of the time, actually every time I've ever played it, there's like an image on the tile, and you're playing this on a Game Boy, which the screen's only like that big. It's not very big, and you're supposed to see these images on there, and there's so many tiles, and that's the thing. It's not like it's a big image. It's a tiny little image on this tiny little tile because there's like a million tiles on the screen, and you're supposed to match them up, and sometimes it's really hard to tell. Is that image the same as that image? They look very same. A lot of times it's like Japanese writing and stuff like that. It's very difficult. This one here, not so much. They did a great job of making sure, I mean, it's for kids, so that explains it, but all the tiles are bright and colorful. It's very easy to tell which tiles match up. It was fun. It's really no more or less difficult than any other like Mahjong or Shanghai, whatever game I've played before. Pretty much the same, but easier to play actually, and that's a good thing. So a little kid version of Shanghai or Mahjong, whatever you want to call it, is probably the best version I played for the Game Boy. So very cool. All right. I hate when people, again, guys, if you're gonna mail something, do not mail it in. And you're gonna mail a game, do not mail it just in a regular envelope. That's the worst idea ever. Bubble envelope, padded envelopes, good idea. Regular envelopes, bad. All right, we have Gauntlet and Rampart. Very awesome. So some classic games right there. Not a big fan of either of these games. Never was a huge fan of Gauntlet or Rampart. They're just okay. They're really not my type of game. I know they're classics. I know a lot of people do like them. Not my thing, but they're okay. So very cool. All right. Let's see. A lot of Game Boy Advance games in this video. Oh, nice. All right, so first thing we have here is Spyro Season of Ice. I do already own this. It is an absolutely fantastic game. I love the Spyro games for the Game Boy Advance. Again, I used to own them back in the day, back when I first had a Game Boy. Not when I first had a Game Boy, but back when I had a Game Boy in college. I played the hell out of these games. They were so much fun. I beat them many times over. So I already had this. I didn't need this. But the reason I bid, because the bidding didn't go up too high, was because I did not have. And did I say that right? This I did not have. That is Spyro 2 Season of Flame. So the sequel. I did not have that yet. So definitely had to bid on this lot to get this. So already had this. We'll be putting this back up on Listia for somebody else to grab. But I did not have Spyro 2 Season of Flame. Very, very awesome. Definitely looking forward to playing through these games yet again. That was really cool. All right. And, oh, check this out. More Game Boy Advance games. There's so many Game Boy, I know everything in here is a Game Boy Advance. Okay. Oh, here we go. So we have Madden 2003. It's Madden. It's a football game. I said before, when it comes to sports, football is like my least favorite sports. I can't get into it. It's not my thing. Pretty much every other sport I've ever seen, I can at least get into to some extent. Like I said, hockey is okay. I actually kind of like hockey, and soccer is kind of cool. Football to the rest of the world is pretty cool, but American football, not my thing. So Madden 2003, okay, I didn't have it. I had to grab it. And then we have WWF Road to WrestleMania. So yes, this is before WWE. So WWF Road to WrestleMania. There you go. So a wrestling game. Pretty cool. That's awesome. All right. And what do we have in here? Oh, what, I got a card? Yeah. I got a card with a flower on the front. And thank you and a smiley face. That was very nice. And inside, oh, this is cool. This I definitely wanted. I can't believe I don't have this yet. Probably one of the most common games for the Game Boy Advance, because this was a release title. This came out. I remember when the Game Boy Advance came out. This is one of the titles that came out with it. In fact, was my Game Boy Advance packaged with this? I want to say I bought a bundle or something. I could be wrong about that, but I remember I got this the day the original Game Boy Advance came out. I bought one and I got this game along with it, and that is Super Mario Advance. Can't believe I did not have this yet. I have every other Super Mario Advance game. I have had the other three. I did not have this one yet. How is that possible? I don't know. I just wasn't coming across this ever. It's common, but I don't come across it. So very, very cool. Now I have it finally, and this is Super Mario Brothers 2, just an advanced version of it, better graphics and sound, and it's kind of redone. and it's awesome. I was a big fan of Super Mario Brothers 2. I know it's, you know, Doki Doki Panic, and some people liked it, some people didn't like it because it you know, was so different from Super Mario Brothers, and then of course Super Mario Brothers 3 came out. It was just very, very different from like every other Super Mario Brothers game pretty much ever. And I know a lot of people sort of didn't like it when it came out. I was a huge fan back in the day. Back when I was a little kid with my NES and I got Super Mario Brothers 2, I loved the game. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It's very fun. It's just a super fun game. How they released just Doki Doki Panic here in the United States, I would have played it and loved it just as much, but it was cool seeing all the Super Mario Brothers characters. I love the game. I always played as Luigi. Luigi was my man, and even to this day, I still play as Luigi a lot of times for like everything because I just love Luigi from when I was a kid playing Super Mario Brothers 2. So very, very awesome. Looking forward to playing this. I haven't played this in a good long while, so very, very cool. Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy Advance. Very awesome. So there you go. We're going to end right there. So tons of Game Boy Advance games in this pile, with the exception of this bit of awesomeness right here. So I do have some more packages. We'll probably get through that. There's not too many. We'll probably do that in one other video. So very, very cool. Like I said, I do have some more packages with some non-Game Boy Advance games in it, I swear. But awesome. All stuff off of Listia. Very, very cool. So, all right, guys, that is it. So like I always say, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please do, and you'll get a brand new video every single day. Usually not necessarily Game Boy update videos, but definitely cinema videos, cinema-related videos and daily sickness videos. So definitely hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're not already over at cinemasickness.com, if you're watching us on YouTube, there's a link down below to cinemasickness.com. Click on it, head over there, check it out. There's a lot more to see there than just these videos. My entire Game Boy collection is listed over there, so you can check that out if you're interested. And yeah, so that's it. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next Game Boy Pickups video and my next Daily Sickness video. See you then, guys. Bye.